Welcome to Bealtaine Cottage. The back door is open. It's very early in the morning. What time is it? Oh, well, not very early, but it's 8 o'clock. Just gone 8 o'clock. So I'm sat here with my coffee and some knitting. Yep, I'm making a replica of the first jumper that I'm knitting. So I finished the back on the first jumper and this is the back on the second jumper. But this little video is about the vegetable garden, what I've been planting. Now I've only got half of it done, but you're very welcome to join me as I walk over to the vegetable garden and show you what's happening over there. Sunday, and the roses are out, as you can see, and they're still blooming and blossoming, and I'm a little bit out of breath because I have been planting up my veggies. Now I've got some more to plant up. At the moment I'm doing the peas, so let me just grab one of these. As you can see, look, they're more than ready to go in. So I've been over in the vegetable garden, which I've got to say, using the no dig method where you just keep layering on compost, very few weeds have come through, so I've had very little work to do in terms of taking out weeds. As I'm planting, I'm putting in some compost, very well matured, should we say, very well rotted down. Look at this little bird, look, he's got no intention of going anywhere. Look. And then I've been adding some more compost on the top. You can see, look, where I've been pulling up some of the rhubarb. So I'll show you what I've got in here now before I take a little breather. Let me just put my peas down there. So I've planted 2 lots of peas. So they're in kind of clusters of 3 or 4 plants. And I don't know if you can see, let me just come up close. So I've put these little branches in. Now that's some of the beech trees that I cut. So those are the nice little kind of bushy bits. They're ideal for garden peas. So the kale is coming on really well, as you can see, as is the red cabbage that I have planted about 2 weeks ago, something like that. I've put some compost in around the bean poles because I'll be planting out beans in another week or so maybe. I've put in a nice bank of chard. Now again, the chard I sowed in clusters, so that's fine because I'll be picking the leaves very soon, maybe in another week or 2. The red cabbage, of course, I've put up here at the back because that's going to take longer to grow and mature, and it'll be sort of the autumn really before I start harvesting that and using it. And with any luck, I should be able to leave the red cabbage in the ground for quite a bit because it's very rare that we get a hard frost, so I could just cover them with fleece. Anyway, let me just step over these things here. This is the ground here, look. So you can see very few weeds have come up. Just a very light hoe, very, very light hoe, and then another layer of compost and we'll be good to go. So there we go. It's looking, well, beginning to look quite full up. I'm going to plant the whole thing. I'm not even going to leave a path this year. I've got my beautiful foxgloves coming up here and here. I said at the very beginning of the year I was going to leave them. Now I do think that I actually put in some seed potatoes because I'm seeing potatoes starting to come up, especially in there. Look at the back. I can't remember. I may have just chucked a few in. As is my wont. I'm a little bit of a, how should we say, impulsive gardener? No, Don't think I'm impulsive, because I do get everything done, you know. But anyway, there we go. I'm just approaching the end of my afternoon's work. The time is now 5 to 6. So the midges are starting to come out, because you do get some midges here. I mean, I've got bats which eat twice their body weight in midges every night, but where you have plants and birds and everything, you have those too. They're essential. But not that they bother me, because there isn't that many of them. Anyway, let me just talk you through what I've done here. So I've planted all the peas. I've spread some more compost. I have manured the kale and the red cabbage and spread more compost. I've planted all the Swiss chard. I'll show you what else I have in here. I've got mint, lemon balm, chives, red sorrel, green sorrel, more chives, and I've tidied up the rhubarb bed. So all in all, I'm pretty pleased with the work that I've done this afternoon. I've also put some manure down, you know, some compost. So that's all in there around the bean poles for when I plant the beans. I'm going to start the beans off today. They do grow pretty quickly, and they should be ready then for planting out in about a week and a half, 2 weeks, something like that. So there we go. I think I deserve a cuppa. And that's the May blossom on the hawthorn tree. Isn't it beautiful? I've got this big empty pot, and I've got a beautiful rhododendron to put into it. Not too sure where I'm going to put it though. A lot of choices to be made this morning. As you can see, it is a beautiful morning. And this is why the month of May is called Bealtaine, and Bealtaine is the first month of summer here in the west of Ireland. Well, thanks for joining me on this video. If you'd like to support my work, which is all free from advertising, here at Bealtaine Cottage, I have a Patreon account, and thank you so much to the 5 people who have joined me on Patreon just recently, over the past month. I also, of course, am a writer. That's my basic income. And my books are all listed below. They're all on the website, bealtainecottage.com. And I think if you enjoy these videos and enjoy my podcasts and my website, you will find the books very interesting. The first one is A Cottage in 3 Acres, about my journey to here. And at some point I'm going to write a second version of that, following my journey from that point that I left off to now. But this is the morning. Here's the vegetable garden. I'm going to be doing some more work today after I finished work in my office. Oh, look. blue sky. Isn't that lovely? So blessings to you all and have a lovely day. Because it really is going to be a lovely day here. It's been raining overnight, as you can see. So even though I've watered in the plants I put in yesterday, the rain has just done a secondary watering there. Blessings to you all.